slide in that cigarette, jazz up that pink lady jacket. It's time for the one, the only Grease 2. This is a sequel to a cinematic classic that nobody asked for, yet we received it nonetheless. It's kind of like your Aunt Helen's opinions on The Bachelor. Hi, Aunt Helen. How's it going? But even then, Aunt Helen's explanation of who's in it for the right reasons makes more sense than this convoluted plot.
No.
This film is basically a watered-down, shot-for-shot retread of the first. We focus on a new character, this British student who arrives at Rydell High, and he falls fast for Michelle Pfeiffer's bad girl character, but she don't like him like that because he's not a, quote, cool writer. And don't you worry, there is a full musical number that details that very reason. This musical number ends in like the best way that any musical number can end, where she just like fades out in real life. Like she's singing and then she just sings out of the scene and everyone's just standing there going, wait, like I'm sure if we cut to like 2 hours later, she's still singing, just like walking down the highway going C-O-O-L. It's just like, I can't even. Oh, it's so beautifully, terribly dumb.
Oh, I think I'm in love.
And then Michelle Pfeiffer is supposed to be like this badass bitch. She doesn't care about anyone.
I wanted to ask if you're free after school today.
Yeah, I'm free every day. It's in the Constitution.
I think that they were trying to do a feminist thing, but even then, it for sure does not pass the Bechdel test. She doesn't reject the main guy because she's doing it for herself like sisters are wont to do. She only does it because he doesn't have the kind of she wants. That's the plot, you guys. I didn't write this because they barely did.
All the way action.
Did I mention that the script was not done when they started production? Like single, not plural, the way I said it before.
And that is so important.
The fact that we are never quite sure what era we're in, like is it the 50s, is it the 60s? It is also for sure the 80s.
Okay.
Like Michelle Pfeiffer just showed up in her regular clothes and she was like, I'm ready. And they're like, no, Michelle, we gotta get you in hair and makeup. And she was like, I'm only gonna be here for 5 hours, let's get this done.
Well, you impressed me.
Rumor has it that after the crazy success of the first movie, Paramount was set to make a whole series of Grease movies and a TV show, but they promptly changed their minds after this movie was released. I wonder why.
Let's rock and roll.
But you must witness it, like a hairspray grease fire in the Rydell parking lot. Like a big SIG alert with Danny and Sandy's souped up flying car and a flying car crash. Like watching one of the most enduring movie musicals of all time get swept away in an $11 million oops, which would have been a better title for this movie.
You're mean.
Why do you watch this movie? Because it's one of those blatant cash grab sequels that can only be enhanced when watching with a concussion, which is not a bad idea. I'm being told that I can't legally tell you to watch this movie with a concussion. Just drink half a liter of dollar store Diet Cola and I think that should do the trick. That should make you, and spin around too, just for shits and giggles. I know I do it. I know I do. I know I have. I know I know me.
So she says.
Who do you watch this movie with? Everyone who was in your 7th grade production of Annie, summer school style, you know, when you were like, this is the time I'm gonna really shine. And that one girl who was like sashaying her way across the stage and really over-singing Hard Not like she was Pepper, the best orphan. But that bitch was straight up Duffy. I could barely remember her name. That's how forgettable that fucking orphan is.
Let's just get this stuff over with.
Food! Food! Food!
Food.
What movie treats do you make? Well, edible, candy-coated cigarettes. I'm so pumped. This is, I'm just gonna say, one of the best snacks that we've ever made on Fucked Up Film Club, because just look at it. Your end result is gonna be, mwah, kiss his fingers like an Italian chef. So good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the base of our cigarette, which are gonna be these little pretzel sticks. You can get these at any store. You already have them in your pantry most likely. And then we're gonna cook down some white chocolate. So you can just get a bar of white chocolate, break it up so that it can melt better. And you can either do it in your microwave or you can do it over your stove, but just make sure you keep an eye on it so you don't burn down the house. So once you have the melted white chocolate, you're gonna coat it all the way on your pretzel sticks and then just let it dry off to the side for about 5 to 10 minutes. While that's happening, you're gonna take your remaining white chocolate and you're gonna take a little bit of orange food coloring so that you can put the filter on your cigarette. And now things are gonna get really interesting. So we have some frosting here, some icing. Either apply it to the pretzel stick itself, or you can put it in another bowl, dip it in, and then you're gonna put your ash. Now this is just something that you should have for future projects anyway, because look at how fun these little guys are. And then here you go. It seems like a lot of steps. It really isn't. It's just a lot of dipping and waiting, which, I mean, isn't that life as a woman?
You wish.
4 words to describe this movie. What decade is this? I'm not sure. I'm still not sure. I think it's like a blend of the two. It's like, you know, a weird sliding doors version of Grease. Here at F***ed Up Film Club, we have our finger on the pulse of future F***ed Up films, and this week's candidate is The Layover. Now, this is William H. Macy's directorial debut, and ooh, it's bad. The reason why this film is F***ed up is that it's about 2 women fighting over a guy, and that's it! In the year 2017. I thought we were over this. Thanks for watching F***ed Up Film Club. Please subscribe to Snarled wherever it is on your screen and comment below with your favorite song from Grease 2. It may be hard to find it, but you could just, you know, bullshit and go like, I'm home again, 1961, and that's probably a better song than anything they have on the soundtrack. See you next time. Bye.